Hi guys, Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, I'm back with you with finally some mixed media. I haven't done mixed media for like a couple of weeks because I was working on some other projects, I was working on some altered projects with laces and doilies and all that, and I'll link that to this video, so if you'd like to check that out, you can. It's some more mixed media, but you do it with laces and doilies and wedding appliques and stuff like that. So I was working on that for a couple of weeks. Okay. But I wanted to get back to my painting and my drawing. So I have two girls here. This is what is this? Let me just tell you the paper I'm using. It's watercolor paper. It's Master's Touch. I got it from Hobby Lobby for $9.99. This is the paper right here. And it is 11 by 15. I wanted it to be 11 by 14. I should have cut off an inch off of this. Anyway, I'll be fine. All right. And the reason I want 11 by 14, I want to make prints of my work. So on the machine at Office Max, so I can make prints of my work, it has to be 11 by 14 because that's the biggest that it goes. But anyway, I'll work that afterwards. Anyway, and I'm using watercolor paper. They only had cold press. Hot press is better because it's smoother. But if you turn it over, this is the side, the watercolor paper, it's all like, you know, not smooth. If you just go to the opposite side, it's really nice and smooth. So I just turned it over. So I still have watercolor paper, ended up having hot press by just turning it to the other side, which is smoother. So the reason I have two girls on here is I want to do a whole series of women. We have more in common. What I want to call this series is we have more in common than we don't. And just to bring women together more from all different races and nationalities. So I'm going to do black women with white women. I'm going to do black women with Native, Latina women, Asian women, and then I'll mix it up from there and do Asian women with white women, Asian women with Native women. You don't see us in pictures together all the time. And I want to do that because I believe we all have more in common than we don't. Okay? And I want to celebrate that. I want to celebrate women. And I want to celebrate all women's beauty because beauty is in every nationality, right? So that is what this whole series is going to be about. This series is going to go on for quite a while. So, and you guys know I love to paint girls. So I'm going to do her first. My dark skin girl. My black girl, or my woman of color. Okay, so let's do her first. In fact, you know what, let me bring this up. Maybe this needs to be brought up. Yeah, okay, I'll get close on her face in a second. I'm gonna first put a base coat down for her skin tone, and what I'm gonna use for her skin tone is this. Let me show you. It's Jane Davenport. I usually have it like right here. It's behind my camera. Oh, here it is. Okay, it is behind my camera, but I can get to it. Hopefully I don't knock my camera over. Okay. Okay, it's called Tinsel, and it's Jane Davenport, and it's an ink. Okay, like a watercolor ink. It lays down such a beautiful skin tone, and you can lighten it up for a lighter skin tone and dark, and use a little less water to make it a darker skin tone. So kind of play around with water in it. The only thing you can't do is use it full strength. When I've used it full strength, it gets really splotchy. You need to add a little bit of water, at least for skin tones. I'm not saying for everything, but for skin tones you do. So I'm just laying down her skin color all over. Okay. when I do my Caucasian skin tone over here, this girl here, I'm going to use a, for the base, I could use this, but I want to go, I want to have a lighter skin, a much lighter skin tone. So I'm going to use a, oh, what is it called? I'll tell you in just a second. I swear, sometimes when you're doing your work, you can't think of the words that you're trying to say. A Faber-Castell, one of these, but this is a black one. But I'm going to use like a beige one. I have a really pretty skin tone for that. Okay, so we got her all, we got her skin base going here, which I think looks really good. Okay, so, and that's probably almost dry right there. And we're going to use a lot of Jane Davenport. You guys know I always do use a lot of Jane Davenport on in my work. I love her stuff, so I will let you know as we go along what I'm using. And I think they still carry those inks like that, those watercolor inks at Michael's. So they're like $5 or $6, but I always get them like, you know, 50% off. Let me dry this to make sure it's nice and dry. And then we're going to go in with some pastels. Jane Davenport's pastels. So just a second. Everything's not perfectly even when you do it, perfect. I think it looks even better. It adds to the skin tone. All right, let me just make sure where we're at. Okay, so now let's come in a little bit closer. Okay, so you guys can see. There we go. All right, so I'm going to do some shading with the Jane Davenport pastel palette. This is called Birthday Suit. They have these at Hobby Lobby. Also, you guys, they have these on Amazon. So you can get them on Amazon. The only thing is when you buy them at Hobby Lobby, you can use your 40% off coupon. So they're like 20 bucks. So you'll be able to get them for like, you know, I don't know, 12 or something. Okay, so I'm going to use this color right here. This dark brown color here. And I use it, when I put it on with a makeup sponge, like this. Just a second, I'm trying to get one that I've used before with this color. Okay. Let's start the shading. So I just put the pastel on the edge. And these pastels are so nice. They're really creamy. Not creamy like a real cream, you know, but they just have a creamy consistency. It's like using a really good eyeshadow where you don't get a bunch of fallout because the eyeshadow is just so rich and creamy, and that's how these are. You know what, actually, and what's nice too is if you mess up, you can erase. I don't want to put any of the shading. I don't want to bring it down into the eyes at all, on the sides of the eyes, because I want it to be as light as possible, because we're going to do some, of course, eyeshadow there. Okay, and right away, let's just start blending this out a little bit. And this is what I love about using these pastels. You don't have to blend it out. You just start blending it out. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to get another color to blend it out. I don't have to get a blender like I do with my pencils. I just start blending it out. It's awesome. It's one of my favorite things to color with or paint with are these pastels. And you guys know, I don't ever, a lot of times you have to like set them with like a hairspray or some type of a spray. I never set mine, and they just, it seems like they really attach to the paper once they settle in. Okay. I kind of feel like I blended it down too far, so let's just a second. Let's just, yeah, I blended it down too far. There we go. Which is the beauty of these, that any mistake you make, you can just erase it. Perfect. And I want to make sure that I don't have too much up here in the eyeshadow, so let's remove it from where I'm going to put the eyeshadow. Okay. All right, let's continue on to the face. And let's blend this out. Okay. And I'm going to bring some of this dark underneath the eyes too. And I kind of brought it out a little bit more than I wanted. I keep doing that, huh? Anyway, I'm glad if I make a mistake, I'm showing you my mistakes, because this way, if you make a mistake, you'll see how to fix it. There we go. So again, let's blend it out. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right, so then let's go ahead and go to the other side and do the same thing. I'm going to bring this brown under the eyes too. Okay, and I'm going to turn my picture a little bit because I need to blend this out. Okay, so now we'll blend it out a little bit. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to shade her nose. And then I want to do a little bit of shading on her nose here too. Just a little bit. Okay, I knew I was going to get a little bit too much, but just bring it back a little bit. There we go. You're working through little small areas, so it's easy to get carried away there. Okay. And then all right, so now we're going to go down to the neck area. Oh my gosh, I'm totally off camera. Sorry about that. So now we're going to go down to the neck area. Hopefully I wasn't off camera for too long. I don't think I was, because I just turned my picture around. Okay, so let's go down to the neck area. And put a lot of shading on this side. And the reason I'm saying let's put a lot of shading on this side, because her hair is over here creating a shadow, right? So first we're going to get our shading. Ooh. Get something here. We'll do lighter shading on this side of the body since that's where the sun's gonna be. Okay, then we'll bring this out a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to wipe my thing a little bit so we can start blending this out. Okay. Look how easy they blend out. It's just like butter. I absolutely love it. Absolutely like butter. Okay. Okay, and then let me just turn this so we can go to the side and I can get a little shading on down the other side. We're gonna do a little shading on the other side, but hopefully I'm still, yeah. We're gonna do a little shading on the other side, but not as heavy. Oh my God, the wind is just picking up so much outside. Here in Vegas, it's really strange how heavy the winds get. You wouldn't think like in the desert that the winds would get like crazy. Here they get to be, I don't know, compared to other places it's not crazy, but for here it is. Like they'll get to be like 40 miles, 50 miles an hour. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Trying to make sure I'm staying in frame, even though I'm turning the picture. Now let's blend it out. No harsh lines, always got to blend it out. Okay. I'm going to blend this a little bit more too right here. Yeah, that looks good. So we have I wanted a really nice, dark, deep skin tone, and we got it. Yay. Okay, let me just make sure any excess is not in here so I can, when I do my eyeshadow, I want my eyeshadow to really pop. So if I have a lot of darkness in there, it won't pop. So we don't want that. Okay. Love it. Okay, so we got that shading done. Now we are going to use, to even give even more dark skin tone, we're going to use Prismacolor pencil, dark umber on the edges here, so we can get a really nice, even deeper skin tone. And also I'm going to blend it out into the pastel with my blender. And yes, you can mix, that's why this, I totally do the mixed media. You guys will see me mixing things through this whole thing. You can totally use your Prismacolor pencil or any color pencil over the pastels. I didn't know you could. I just tried it one day and I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can mix these two together, and then it works. Just a second. I need to get on my readers. So just a second. Where did I put them at? It amazes me how I lose things. And the space I'm in right now on my table, because I have so much crap on my table, it's not even that big. So I don't even know how I am losing my readers. I just had them. All right, maybe. All right. Oh, here they are. Jeez. Like I said, I don't even know how I would lose them. I'm in such a small space. The room's not small, but my table is, because I have so much crap on it. All right. Oh, it's amazing when I put these readers on how much better I can see. So this gives it even some more deeper shading. Okay. I'm just cleaning up, going outside the lines a little bit. And the reason I'm doing that is because when I put my, when I do my hair color, I don't want like interruptions. Okay, love that. I think that looks good. All right, let's keep going around. I better make sure I'm in frame, because we all know I could be out of frame in a second. So now you know why I have the mirror, because I like to check to make sure that I'm in frame. I tape on my phone so I don't have, I tape on my phone so I don't have that little flip thing to see if I'm in frame or not. So that's why I have the mirror. Because someone always asks, why do you have that mirror? Like it irritates them or something. Let me tell you what'll irritate you. What'll irritate you is when I'm out of frame and I'm sitting here talking and, you know, you're not seeing what I'm doing. That'll be irritating. Like I did a few seconds ago. All right, so now let's blend. Let's blend this out. Sorry if I'm getting my head in the way. So this is one example of how to make a really pretty, I think pretty, dark skin or black skin girl. And you can go deeper and darker than this even, if depending on the colors you choose. So. Like I'm gonna do another black girl, and I want to do I want to choose this color next time. I think that would be fabulous. And I always hear people say it's harder to do dark skin. No, it's not. Just start experimenting with color. Just like anything else you do, you paint or draw. Start experimenting with colors and you'll figure it out. It just takes a little time. But I'm excited because I have experimented, and it depends on what products you have too. And so I have all my skin tones down that I like to do for Native women, Caucasian women, black women, and then of course there's all different shades of everyone. So, but what I like to do with the pencil is I like to kind of scratch over it to get it blended up a little bit and then blend it out. Kind of scratch over it and then blend it out. And it blends out just really nicely into the pastel. Cool. Okay, so let's go to the other side. Okay, sorry, I have to turn my girl a little bit so I can be at the right angle. Anyway, I'm doing these pictures because I just think it's so important that as women we come together and realize that we are just we have so much more in common than we don't have, and support each other better, accept and support each other across racial lines, and that's why I'm doing it. I think women can treat each other very badly sometimes. I think that as women, we constantly are competing with each other, and I think we need to stop that. We all contribute in different ways, and we all are beautiful in our own way. There's no one type of beauty, and everybody can contribute in their way, which I think is going to make everything so much better, so much more beautiful, so much more interesting. And we can all start seeing things from each other's point of view and not just our own narrow-minded point of view, you know? start opening up to each other and start listening to each other and seeing things from other people's point of view, like I said. I know a lot of meaning out of just a little painting, huh? But that's how I see it. Okay. I am loving her. I'm loving her skin. I know I'm spending a lot of time on the skin tone, but that's the most important thing. Like when you're doing your own makeup and you're putting your foundation on, and if you like to shade and highlight, which I love to do, I feel like that's the most important part of doing your makeup, right? Well, to me, that's the most important part of getting the skin tone just beautiful when you're doing your girls or your women. Now I'm going to erase a little bit, because the pastels can get a little messy sometimes as you're applying them. But like I said, once they get on the paper, they tend to become a part of the paper. And so okay, just a second. I'm just gonna do a little cleanup here. All right. So we'll do her face and her skin tone, her eyes and all that in this first part. The second part, we'll do her skin tone, her face, all the stuff. And then we'll do the hair together at the same time. But we'll go do her face and neck first, and then we'll do hers, and then we'll do hair. And then we gotta do some stuff to the background, right? You guys know when I do these girls, it's always like it's a series. Okay, next, we're going to do my favorite for the eyes. We'll do one purple and one green eye. We're going to use Jane Davenport's teal palette. These are the brights. And we're going to use Jiminy Cricket. And we're going to use this purple color here. Do I have... Oh, no, I don't. It's okay. My spray bottle got me moved out of my room because I needed it. Okay, well, doesn't matter. I can wet the palette with my brush. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the eyes in. And I've kind of made that a signature, doing one green eye and one purple eye. It's nothing I created. I got the idea from Jane Davenport herself. I think I saw one of her, I'm pretty sure it was her. I saw one of her girls, and one had one purple eye and one green eye, and I was like, oh, I love that. But if I don't do one purple, one green, a lot of times then I'll just do green eyes. Because green eyes are like, they're one of my favorite color eyes. I love them. I love pretty blue eyes also, but I just love green eyes. And I think a purple eye is just cool. I know some people may think in real life that could be freaky, but that'd be kind of cool to have purple eyes. I think it'd be cool. Some people are like, okay, Angela. Not really. All right, I'm not sure what we're doing for lips yet. We'll see. All right, so let's let those eyes dry. I'm thinking about purple lips. But I'm not sure. There's another lip that I really love with dark skin. I think that's what I'm going to do for that. So we're not going to do purple lips. Okay. Let's dry that really quickly. wonder where that's coming from. If it's on my hand or something, it might be on my hand. Keep smearing something all over the place. Okay, let's do some shading in the eyes. Let's give the eyes some depth. Okay, so I'm going to use chartreuse. These are Prismacolor pencils, and I'm going to use grass green, and for the deepening it in the corners, I'm going to use a dark green. So first we're going to start out with this grass green. And I think by starting out with the watercolor, it gives it that, it's going to give it that watery look like real eyes do. And that's why I like to use the watercolor first. Because, you know, it's translucent. You can see through the color, which I kind of feel like eyes are translucent. They're not solid, you know. Sorry if my head's getting in the way. Okay, so we got right in the middle there, but I want to back it up a little bit. Perfect, just a little bit. And then let's take the chartreuse right in the middle and blend those two together. Put a little bit of the chartreuse back in, and also it'll blend into that green really nicely. Pretty. Then I want to deepen the corners just a little bit with this dark green, just up in the crux, just to give a little more depth, just a little bit, and just blend it out a little bit. It's nothing that you totally notice, but it's just an overall, I think it just looks better. Very pretty. Okay, so now let's do the purple eye. So I got a Prismacolor violet. We're gonna do the same thing. Okay, and let's blend that out. I'm just looking in the crux of the eye. I might put this one color. I might do indigo blue, which is like no, maybe not. I don't know. I think an indigo blue is what I'm gonna do. I don't always do that with my purple eyes, but I'm gonna try it today. Okay. Let me sharpen my blender a little bit. It's just getting way too, isn't this cute, you guys? These little mermaid dishes. I use them on my desk to use as like a little dish from my shavings. Isn't it fabulous? Ah, Dollar Tree, you guys, and they have them right now at Dollar Tree. All the colors, like robin's egg blue, pink, turquoise, all the colors. I have tons of them. I like to give them as gifts. I like to have them all over my house, my craft room, in my makeup, in my little makeup bathroom, in my craft room. I find a place for them everywhere. Everywhere. I could come down with that purple a little bit more. Let me make sure this is the right one. Violet, yeah. Let me come down with that color a little bit more and blend. Okay, and let's do a little cleanup because I got a little overzealous in the whites of her eyes. I don't want that. And let's just open this up in the center just a little bit. pretty. Now let's just try a little bit of this indigo blue right up in the crux. Do I like that? I don't know. Just a second. Let me blend it in and see if I like that. Yeah, I do. Okay, so just you don't need very much. Just a little bit of that indigo right in the crux of the eye right there, and then blend it out into the violet. Indigo blue has a lot of, like, it's a dark blue, but it has a lot of purple in it, so. I like that. Got a little bit onto the eye where I want to do makeup. Okay. We're going to be doing makeup soon in just a minute. We got to finish up the eyes though. I know some people are like, God, girl, you be taking a long time with just the face. And I do. Okay, so now with the eyes, let's redefine the eyes. I'm using a number 8 micron. And I want to go around the eye and just define the eye and bring the shape back to the eye. Because I feel like with everything we've done, you start losing the shape of the eye. And let's go back to the dark liner I have underneath this eye here. And we'll put back some eyelashes down here. Okay. And we'll go back over the eyelashes too, but not yet. I'll wait till I put the eyeshadow on and then we'll go over the eyeshadow. Let's go over the iris here and deepen the iris a little bit more. Again, really nice and black. You know what, for that part, I really like to use this right here. It's Le Pen. It's really nice and deep. Yeah, see the drama that starts happening? Love it. All right, so let's redefine the eye again. So we're defining this where the eyeliner is and defining the eye here. Okay. Hopefully I'm still in frame. Barely. Okay. That looks good. And then let's redefine the iris. You know what else you can use to do all this? What I'm doing, you can use a black colored pencil. Those are the Prismacolor Premiers. I've done that and it turns out really nice. I just have these out right now, so that's what I'm going to use. But I just wanted to give you, I like to always give alternatives to whatever I'm using. I love a heavy looking eyeliner on my girls. It's exactly how I wear my own makeup. I wear a really heavy line on my eyes. If you watch my Dollar Tree hauls, you guys are like, yes, she does wear a heavy eyeliner. I love heavy eyeliner. Okay. Next, let's add some eyeshadow. Oh, I know, actually in the eye, for the eyeballs, for the irises, I need to add the catch lights. Let me add those right now. You know, actually, I'm not going to add the catch lights yet. Let's do the eyeshadow, and then we'll do the catch lights, and I got a lot of white to do, so we'll do that all together. Okay, let's use, I'm just trying to think what I want to use on her eyes. If I want to go with bright colors, if I want to go with like a dark sultry look. You know, I want to go dark sultry. Okay, like a smoky look, so I have a color that I love for that. I think it's this color. We'll find out. Is that the one I want to use? Just a second, you guys, while I'm figuring out what the heck I'm doing. Or do I want to go with a brighter eyeshadow? Jeez, I'm sitting here trying to... All right, let's just go for it. Let's go for the dark sultry, and then if I don't want this, no major, I can erase it. So I don't know why I'm even fretting about it, because I can just erase whatever I don't want. So what am I fretting about? People always laugh when I say fretting. Don't fret. And I'm basically talking to my damn self, because I'll fret. Is that what I want? Is that what I want? Let me see if that's what I wanted. Or do I want? I don't know what I want. Let's blend this up a little bit. That'll tell me. Just a second, guys. I'm just trying to figure out what I want. That is what I want. Okay. Very pretty. I wanted just a really kind of darky, smoky look, and I'm liking it. Okay. I just had to get it done the right way. Okay, let me turn this a little bit. Okay. All right, sorry you guys, I'm getting quiet. I'm just focusing. I'm focusing. Okay. Love that. Very, very pretty. Just one second. I'm gonna see if I can't even. Just looking at my other colors for a second. I might throw it. This is a little bit. This is even another deeper blue. Do I like that in there? No, I do not. All right. I'm just doing too much. You know, people say, you're just doing the most. Yeah, that's me right now. I'm doing the most. Which means I'm doing too much. Okay. Let me just put that back in the way I liked it the first time. Which will be easy to put back in because I know what I like. All right. All right, you guys are still you guys are watching me make some decisions here in real time. Just erasing some of this shadow off the eyeball there. And we'll blend it out a little bit. And with a little bit more deeper shadow here. Nice and, so it's nice and deep. Okay, absolutely loving that. Okay. Okay, so again, let's take our micron, like we're doing some eyeliner, and line these eyes up at the top again. And then go over the eyelashes that I already have with this. Okay, my pen's not wanting to completely go over. Okay, it's doing it now. And then I want to put some little eyelashes in between, so I'm just throwing a little bit of eyelashes in between, real small ones, to kind of thicken the lines up. And then I'm just going to go over lines again. There we go. Love it. And then the last thing we're going to do these eyes is throw in some catch lights, which is going to be fabulous here in a second. Okay. Okay. And then let's go over the then we're going to do some little small ones. In between. And then there's some bigger ones. There we go. That looks good. And let's just throw some lashes down here a little bit. Okay. That looks good. All right, let me see what you guys are seeing. Very nice. Okay, so now we are going to, we need to do lips. Let's do some lips. Okay. Jane Davenport also has this thing right here. It's Jane Davenport, and these are pastels, but they're creamy pastels, like truly creamy, and they dry very nicely down. I love using this color right there on especially darker skin tones for lips. It turns out so pretty. So, yeah, let's put that down. It's such a pretty color with a dark skin tone. These I bought from Jane when she first, her first line of products, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So I don't know if you can still get this palette or not. You can always go on Jane Davenport's website too, and see what she has on there. And they might have this palette. And it's small. You guys look. It's in my hand like this. It's really small. You know what else we're going to do? We're going to use this also for the cheeks, because this is just a beautiful color. We're also going to throw some, like, we're going to shade her lips. And it'll be, I'm going to treat it like a pencil, like how you line lips. Exactly how we're going to do that. But let's wait until this dries. Okay. I got outside the lines a little bit, of course. Second, I'm cleaning my eraser a little bit. Okay. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to take that same color and let's blush the cheeks. And I love using this because it's a cream, so it just blends out so nice. But it does dry down really nice too, so. It's a pastel, it's just a cream, so it goes on as a cream and then dries. Beautiful. And I just think it's so pretty on a dark skin tone. Why do I keep smearing things, you guys? Okay, it's because it's getting on my hand, that's why. I'm like, what is the deal? And I keep smearing it. Whatever I smear over here. Which it's really not going to matter because I'm going to do all this mixed media and I'm going to do all this hair. So I just like to see things smeared, that's all. Anyway. Perfect. Also, I'm going to take my dark, where's my pencil? And do her little nostrils right here, darker. Just a little bit there. And also her, this little indentation underneath here. Okay. Perfect. Now let's throw in, let me put this away, and let's throw some catch lights on the face. And while the lips are drying and the cheeks are drying, let's do catch lights on the eyes and do all of that. Okay, so. A little acrylic white paint on my mat. You know what I want to test out? I always buy this big, huge bottle of Apple Barrel white and Apple Barrel black. And I want to see if they have a white acrylic paint, like a craft paint at Dollar Tree. And it's a pretty big bottle. For $1, it's like almost this big. And I want to test it out and see how good their acrylics are. They don't have to be excellent. They just need to be like the standard of, like, you know, the Apple Barrel paint at Walmart that we buy. So that's what I'm just kind of wondering. I just hauled it the other day, so I have to do a video on it, and then I want to test it and find out. Because I spend like $3 for that big bottle right there, which is still a great deal. But I'd love to see, you know, what's the deal with what the deal with is with the Dollar Tree ones. Okay, here we go. So I want to throw in my catch lights on the eyes. Okay. Throw another catch light here. and right here. All right, and then we're going to throw some fairy dust on her eyes. I usually do this to almost all my girls. Fairy dust. And then let's also fairy dust up in her eyelashes. I think it's just so pretty. Let's add a little fairy dust on her nose. Okay. And then let's do the other eye. That's also why I do a heavy eyeliner, because I do a heavy eyeliner because I'm going to put the fairy dust on there, so I need a area for all that to go. Pretty. And I'm trying to think if I want to do a little dots coming down. I think I do. What I'm talking about is, watch. I love doing this. This also wasn't my idea. I saw a girl, somebody's artwork, and I saw her bring the white dot down like that, and I thought, oh, that's gorgeous. So always be looking at things that you can incorporate in your work. Different ideas all the time. So if you like this idea, put it in your work. Pretty. Okay, we're not done with the white because we need to do her lips. We need to line her lips, and then we're going to do some catch lights on her lips. So to line her lips, we're going to use a Tuscan Red Prismacolor pencil. I have so much products out. It like lines perfectly. Okay, so we lined her lips like we're lining them, which it's shading really, but you know, it's lining them. And then let's just blend out a little bit. Gorgeous. Oh, she just looks so sassy. Sexy and sassy. Okay, and then let's do a little catch light on her. And our girl over here, our Caucasian girl, we're going to have her look very sassy and sexy too. So they're going to be two divas together. Okay. Okay, so let's throw a little catch light here and one there. And then let's throw some catch lights on the bottom. Okay. Love it. I'm trying to see if I want anything else, if I'm missing anything. I don't think I am. You know what I want to do? It's very, very slight, but the shading on her nose, I just want that brown to come over a little bit more into, oh my God, my brown is just going everywhere. Okay, I got to get a different eyeshadow brush. Just a second. This brown right here, I just wanted to, there we go. Bring that into the blue a little bit. So it's just all meshed together. Perfect. Yes, so it's more defined. Oh, I absolutely love all of it. I'm just trying to think if I should put some little catch lights on her cheeks, but I think, you know what, we have enough catch lights with the fairy dust that's on her cheeks. So let me look and see what you guys are seeing. There we go. I think she turned out beautiful. What do you guys think? And then, so we'll do her next. Okay. So in the next part, we will go ahead and do her face and her makeup and everything. And we'll spend a whole session doing that. And then we'll come back together and we'll do their hair. And what I'll do is when I get to the hair on both of them, I will, and the hair is going to be the same color because they're flowing together. And that's going to kind of, their hair flowing together, coming together here in the middle is what's representing we are more alike than we aren't. So, their hair coming together is the two women coming together, which I think is beautiful. Okay, and you know what, let me just come out. Okay, so we have both of our girls here, and I think she came out really, really pretty. Let me just bring this up a little bit. I think she came out gorgeous. Okay, I hope you guys do, and I hope you're inspired. And next we will do her. Okay, so she is next for tomorrow. It's hard to keep them both in focus at the same time because this paper I'm working on is so big. Okay, you guys, that is it for now. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. And let me know if you're inspired by, let me know if you like the idea of me doing this series of representing women coming together and showing that we are more alike than we are not. Okay, let me know if you like that whole concept and that whole, the meaning of this. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Okay?